Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another Redfish Jesse video. I'm going to be going over the tackle I use for the Zman goat toads. We'll be going over the rod, the reel, the line, the hook, the knots, and also going over the new bait from Zman, the Zman goat toads. Stay tuned.
Oh, oh my God! So.
All right, so let's start off with the combo that I'm using for these frogs. I got the standard one here. I got the actual frog rod right here. So let's go over the main frog rod that I use. It's an Ike rod, it's Abu Garcia Ike 7.4 frog rod. I got an Abu Garcia MGX on there, 8:1 gear ratio, and I believe this one has that 50-pound X5 on this in white. I don't think line color really matters when it comes to frog fishing, and I can see the white line pretty well. I see where my line's at, and of course I got a Z-Man hollow belly frog on there right now. So this is my standard frog rod. It's a 7.4. I believe it's a 1220. If I can see this, yep, 1220 7.4. I feel like that 7.4 just fits better. It casts well. The accuracy's on it really well. I used to use a 7.6, and I just felt like it was just kind of, a little clunky. It's more of like I feel like a lot more guys use that 7.6 for like Texas rig or Carolina rig. For frogs, I just feel like that 7.4, even a 7.3 works really well. So that's my standard frog rod right there. That's what I'm using 90% of the time when I'm frog fishing. And that's gonna be in like the nastiest of slop and lily pads and hydrilla and timber. That's what I'm using. You can bump up if you have even worse conditions. I know some guys doing 65 and 80 pound for their frog line. Moving over to my standard combo that I have in the truck at all times now. It used to be one of my STXs, but I just got this Jordan Lee combo a couple weeks ago, and it's starting to become one of my favorite rod and reel combos. This is kind of like an all-purpose deal. Now it's a 7.4 1220, a little bit softer tip than that frog rod, and I got a 7.3-1 Jordan Lee reel with the new 30-pound Spiderwire Dura braid on there. It has a really nice like coarse feel to it. Now I'm a big ultracast guy, and I always like that smooth, quiet braid. But when I'm wanting to cut through some, lily pad stems or cutting through hydrilla, having that little bit of that rough feel to your line is going to cut through that grass really well. And so if you hook a fish or you get snagged up or something, you can cut through that grass really well with that stuff. So that's kind of like an all-purpose deal. So I'm throwing 30-pound just because I feel like it's like right in the middle as far as not being too heavy, not being too light on a bait caster. I can still use it for Texas rig, I can still use it for chatterbaits, and I can still use it for throwing frogs if I'm in more of like an open area. I'm not fishing really heavy structure, a lot of grass and hydrilla and stuff like that. I know I can still pull a fish out of there with no problem. So those are the two combos I'm using for throwing frogs, whether it be a hollow belly or these goat toes or even the billy goat. So that's what you're gonna need to throw these baits. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. We're going to look at these new goat toes from Z-Man. Alright guys, so here we are. I have my little tackle station right here with some goat toads, the hooks. I got my rod here. We're going to talk about how to rig it, the colors, the hook size, and of course the knot I use when tying on my hook. So let's start off with how this whole thing started. Now last year, Z-Man was nice enough to send me 2 prototypes in the goat toads. You can see these baits have been tore up. Not so much this guy, but this one right here I tried fishing for as long as I can until he completely crapped out on me. But this guy has seen bass, and he's also seen some snook. And he's also been left in a tree overnight when I snagged him in a tree, and I had to go waiting for him the next day. So you can see he's been repaired a few times with some super glue. I've probably caught 30 fish on this bait between snook and bass. And yeah, you can definitely catch saltwater fish on frogs. So don't be intimidated by throwing freshwater baits in saltwater. It'll definitely catch you some fish, whether it be snook, redfish, tarpon, and trout. I'm sure you can throw these out there on the flats and catch some fish on them. So those are the two that Zman sent me last year. That's that green pumpkin. So obviously I got myself a pack of those green pumpkin frogs. So we're gonna put those guys aside and start talking about the baits that I just got yesterday. Now, they have 8 different colors. I picked up 4. I'm gonna go over those real quick. Starting off with Redbone, really great color. This has been a great color for a very long time in the Zman family. It has like that, almost like a green pumpkin top with some red flag, maybe like an avocado, and then you have like a light bottom to it. Beautiful bait, beautiful color. Now, overcast days, I always tend to throw black, and it puts off such a good shadow on top of the water. If fish is looking up, he's seeing that. He's gonna see it very well against that kind of dull gray day. It's going to stand out really well. So that black frog is a must. Now, you can also do that green pumpkin. It's not much of a difference. You can obviously see that one's green, one's black, but that's also a dark color that's going to stand out very well on an overcast day, whether it be raining or just, you have clouds in the sky. And of course, everyone's favorite, the white frog. Now, white is a stapled color in pretty much every brand of soft plastics. And Zman, obviously the minnows, the diesel minnows, the jerk shads, I mean, you name it, the slim swims, white is probably the number 1 color, I think. I mean, every fishery, whether it be saltwater or freshwater, a bait fish is silverish or white, so it's going to be a real popular color. So of course I got it in the goat toads, just because if you look at a frog, the tops are usually green and their bellies are usually like a yellow or white, or like a combination of yellow, white, and brown. So, and I can see this a lot better when I'm fishing, so I can see where my frog's at when I'm making a long cast. So I definitely picked up some white. Now there's 8 different colors. I picked up 4. The 4 that I didn't get were the copper truce, the deal, hot snakes, and purple death. Purple death and the purple death's like a purple green. Hot snakes is like that green. I'm sure I'll get some down the line, but those are just the colors I didn't order. I ordered a couple of these, and those are what I have my confidence in. Now, moving on to the hook. My voice cracked a little bit right there. The hook, we're going with that Mustad grip pin. Now, this has been a great hook for Zman products for a long time. Has that really nice little keeper right there. Holds that Zman Elastic plastic on the hook. I've been using these hooks for the turbo fatties. If I'm swimming a turbo fatties on top, this is the hook I'm using in a 4-aught. In this bait particular, 4-aught or 5-aught, like I have right here, is going to work just fine for the goat toads. You can go either or. This is what I have, a pack of. I know I have a pack of 5-aught somewhere, but that's what I have tied on right now is a 5-aught. So I'm going to show you how I rig it, and we're also going to go over the knot I have tied here, which when you're tying direct braid to a hook and you're putting a lot of pressure on there, there is not a better knot than the polymer knot. You can see that. It's kind of hard. It's a tiny knot. But that knot right there, polymer knot, it won't come out. It's not going to slide out on you. I know some guys tie uni knots with braid. Don't do that. The braid's too slick. Doesn't matter what brand braid you have. It's just too slick. It's going to slide out, especially on your smoother 8-strand braid. Say like an ultra cast. You go try a 5-wrap uni knot. It's just going to slide out. So definitely recommend that polymer knot. Okay. So let's move over to rigging this little guy here. Goat toads. Now this is very easy. It's just like rigging anything else plastic wise. So you're just going to push the hook tip through the nose about 1/4 of an inch here. Bear with me. I'm trying to do this with the camera in front of me here. I like having the line already tied on so you don't have to worry about the frog sliding over, because sometimes this is pretty slimy. Sometimes there's a little bit of like oil or something, maybe like baby oil, and it'll slide over that hook. So you just push that guy up. Pink. See how it holds it right there? Right in place. That bait's not going to come off. And then you kind of just measure it. So it'll probably come out like right there. So we'll push this down. Boop. Right there. Oh, that's money, dude. Right there. It's perfect. Perfectly rigged frog. Goat toad, whatever you want to call it. I'll skin hook it like that. I know some guys will actually, they won't even bring the hook point through. They'll actually put the hook point into the plastic itself, and you won't even see this. But with the elastic, I like having it just like that. So you get a bite. That's going to push down. Sometimes it'll stick like that, but it'll push down like that. And you stick the crap out of them, and you're going to have your nice fish hooked up there. Now, sometimes it won't be picture perfect like that, and that will go like that. But your hook will push through that elastic, and you'll be good to go. So that's how you rig it. That's how you rig the goat toads. That's the hook I use for the goat toads. And I'm going to give you a little quick look at the combo that I'm using for this. Real easy, simple combo. There it is. Close-up look at the Jordan Lee combo. 30-pound Spiderware Durabraid. Wish I had a box I can show you. I know there's probably a box in this drawer here. I'm not going to mess with it. But yes, that's it. Goat toads. Ready to rock and roll for 2022. Guys, grab some of these baits. They are going to catch you a ton of fish. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share the video. Have any questions regarding any Zman baits, any Abu Garcia gear, any pure fishing gear, please message me or shoot me some comments in the comments below, and I'll help you out the best I can. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.